Master Duel fans, we are in the Xyz event, and out of all the decks in the world that I choose to participate in the Xyz event would be Exosisters. Exosisters are a multitude of monsters in terms of light spellcasters, all of which have 800 defense in terms of the main deck ones, while the extra deck ones, alongside of Caspitel with the 800 defense for one, the extra deck ones have different defenses, different stats, and so on. Now, starting off fresh with the main deck Exosisters, just to save some time, all of them share the same thing, which is the first 4 regular sisters of Stella, Ellis, Irene, and Sophia. Only if your opponent moves a card out of the graveyard, either grave, outside of the damage step, put up an Xyz summon of a Exosister. It's literally Zodiac Xyz of Exosisters. Martha, on the other hand, it's if either player moves a card out of the graveyard while Martha is up, Zodiac Xyz of any Exosister. And when we say Zodiac Xyz, that would be the rank 4 sisters who is not named Magnifica. So, Exosister Stella, as well as Ellis. When it comes to the names matching the text, you gain 800 life points. Irene, aka Elaine in the OCG, as well as Sophia, when it comes to the names matching the text, extra 800 life only if you meet the specific condition based on the 4 sisters, matching as if they are like tag team partners or something. During your main phase, special 1 Exosister from your hand, including a copy of Stella. Ellis exists, extra 800 life. And then Ellis, on the other hand, if you control an Exosister monster, free special from your hand. Stella exists, you gain 800 life. Irene, aka Elaine, as well as Sophia, place 1 Exosister card, spell trap included, including copies of Elaine, but this particular list I played 1. From hand to the bottom of the deck as the cost, draw 1. Sophia exists in terms of control, extra 800 life. And then Sophia, if you control another sister, including another copy of Sophia, draw a card. Then if Irene, aka Elaine exists, extra 800 life. Martha, if you control no monsters at all or only Xyz, free special Martha and special Ellis from the deck. And the turn you do this, you can't special anything else that isn't Exosisters. As for the traps, small amount. Exosister Returnia. All monsters are sisters. Minimum of 1. Pay 800. Target 1 card your opponent controls or in their graveyard. Banish it. Then apply one of the following effects. Put up an Xyz summon. Otherwise, if you Xyz summon this turn, banish 1 card your opponent controls. Now, before we go any further with Returnia, I know that every Exosister duelist is going to get triggered about the way how I using Returnia the wrong way. Well, let me put it this way, guys. This is the first time ever with the support, and I'm not used to Returnia the way how the going first board setup is putting up at least 3 to 4 banish on turn 1 like it's meant to do. So before anyone gets too triggered, I'm not used to Returnia yet. So bear with me as the event progresses involving Returnia to see if I'm able to learn how to put up more than 1 banish on the same turn of the opponent's turn anytime in the near future. So we're gonna hold on the Returnia triggers. Now, Exosister Vadis. Pay 100. It's literally Rescue Rabbit of Exosisters. The thing is, you gotta choose one Exosister, then take the other one whose name matches the text. So in this context, Irene and Sophia together, Stella and Ellis, Ellis and Stella, Irene, Sophia, Ellis as well as Martha, and then Martha along with Ellis. Like, shouldn't need to say anything about the way how this goes. And then if for some reason during the end phase, if they don't do anything, they get shuffled back. And to turn you to this, you can't special from extra deck unless it's sisters. As for the spells, Exosister Armament. Pay 100 life, target one Exosister monster you control, put up an Xyz summon of a Exosister monster whose name is not Magnifica. And the only time you do Armament's effect is during your opponent's turn, unless your opponent controls a monster special summon from the graveyard. And the Armament is hard ones. The hard ones on packs, of course. During the main phase, pay 800 life, add one Exosister from deck to hand that isn't packs, and based on the names matching the text, if you happen to either control either or in the graveyard, you special the other Exosister as if you were to pick one up from deck to field. Basically, E-Telly, only if you have the names matched. Exosister Carpe Divum. No one targets Exosister monsters you control within card effects of monsters that were special summoned from the graveyard. And then each of the following effects once per turn. As soon as you Xyz summon into a Exosister Xyz, you get to declare a card name. Negate the activated effects and effects of cards on the field based on the declared name. And on top of that, whenever a Exosister gets involved in an attack, you target and destroy one spell trap your opponent controls. As for the extra deck, Exosister Michaelis, one of the stronger ones. Or should I say the leader of the Exosisters. Now, when it comes to Exosister, share the same thing. Michaelis and Caspitel can't be killed by battle with a monster that was special off from the graveyard, while Jabrine and Asophiel simply says they cannot be killed by activated effects of monsters that were special summoned from the graveyard, and then each of those following effects once. Michaelis' detach effect is she's the Stratos of Exosister spell traps. Caspitel, detach 1, she's the Stratos of Exosister monsters. Jabrine's detach effect is all Xyz you control gain 800 attack for the rest of this turn until the end of this turn. And then Asophiel, the detach 1 is to target one monster your opponent controls, kick it back to the hand. And then the sisters, they all have supernatural effects the turn you use Exosisters as Xyz material. Michaelis, target one card your opponent controls or in their graveyard, banish it, and it is a quick effect. So it is DD Crow on steroids. Caspitel, no one can special summon monsters from the graveyards for the rest of the turn. Jabrine, she is literally effect Veiler, as in target one monster your opponent controls, negate its effects until the end of this turn, and it is a quick effect. Asophiel, upon summoning with a Exosister as material, she is literally Abyss Dweller, and she's the favorite. As in, no one can activate card effects in the graveyard this turn. And the big boss of Exosisters, Exosisters Magnifica. 2 rank 4 Exosister Xyz to make it. Must be Xyz summoned with the above materials, no other ways. Attacks twice, Cyber Twin, and then once per turn, anyone's turn. Detach 1, does not target, banish a card your opponent controls. When your opponent activates a card or effect, return 1 Xyz monster you owned attached to this card to your extra, then special summon that monster from your extra by using this card as material. So basically +1, and it is multiple times, too many times on activations in the same chain. And that is literally every single Exosister card covered. With that being said, let's get into the matchups. To set and pass. Normal Stella. Opponent fires off Maxi, forcing me to stop the combo. Pax getting Carpe Diem. Carpe Diem activates. Stella for 300. Carpe Diem. Killing the set, which happens to be Twin Twisters. Ditching Therion Empress Alasia. Stella for 3. Lily Borea. Therion are playing, so obviously like literally every other Therion. So in this one for Lily, send 1 from hand or field to the graveyard, add 1 Therion spell trap from deck to hand. So Stratos spell trap. Alasia getting hooked up, and you screwed yourself over. Stella into Michaelis. Michaelis attempts to banish Lily, and Forbidden Droplet. Ditching the Reaper. Lily over Michaelis. Lily getting Therion this Coliseum. This Coliseum getting Regulus. Regulus activates. Ditches off DD Crow, banishing the Reaper. Xyz Shoten. Oh my god, that was literally my next move with the Monster Reborn. But that's it, we're gonna have to force out the Harbinger one way or the other in terms of getting rid of it. Normal to Stella, Ellis special from hand, gain to 8. Stella special Elaine to get the extra 800. Stella and Ellis for Michaelis. Michaelis detach, get Pax. Michaelis banish Hope Harbinger. Pax getting Sophia, special her out. Sophia draw 1. Elaine exists, 800 life. Sophia Elaine for Jabrine. Jabrine, pump up the Xyz. Michaelis Jabrine for Magnifica. 3,600 apiece, 72, and Regulus to finish off. Whoa! 36, 36, 28. And this next matchup, based on his hand, broke. Okay. First time against, Spriggans. So let's see what's up with good old Spriggans. 6 monsters. 3 spells to cover, as well as the 2 XZ and 3 traps. So the way how Spriggans be do is that when it comes to the main deck Spriggans hitting the graveyard, they are all about +1 material to the Merrymaker as well as the Explorer. And let's go for a little inside info on Spriggans. Spriggans Rocky. And just to share some time leftovers, all are fire machines, not counting Kit because she's a dark beast. Spriggans Rocky. 18 attack and 100 defense. Normal or special, target 1 great Sand Sea Golgonda or 1 Spriggans monster in graveyard that isn't Rocky. Add it back to your hand, so recursion. And then Spriggans Pedor. No attack, 2,000 defense. Should be discard. Target 1 Spriggans monster in your graveyard that isn't Pedor. Special summon it, so Monster Reborn. And then if this card is in your hand, field, or graveyard. So yeah, basically +1 material. And then Rocky has that +1 material as well. Spriggans Brothers. If this card is sent from hand or deck to the graveyard, target 1 Spriggans monster in graveyard that isn't Brothers, specially out in defense. So Monster Reborn, and then +1 material to Spriggan XZs as well. The higher levels of Spriggans, Branga. If this card is in your hand, field, or graveyard, so +1 material, and then banish this card and 1 Spriggans monster with a different name from your graveyard. Add a Spriggans card, spell trap included, including a copy of Branga. And then each effect once. And then Captain Sargus. +1 material for Spriggans. And then during your opponent's turn as an actual monster, detach 1 from an XZ control. Target 1 face-up card anywhere on the field, kill it. So it's literally Zodiac Trident, and then a Spriggans XZ gets hooked up to this as a material, gains the supernatural effect. 500 attack boost. And then anything good about Spriggans Kit, unless she doesn't count? No, she does not count. So do not count Spriggans Kit. Now, as for the 2XZ, Merrymaker, as well as the Ship Explorer. Merrymaker simply says, if this card is special summoned from your extra deck, send 1 Spriggans monster from deck to the graveyard. Okay, so Foolish Burial a Spriggans, or in most cases El Shaddai construct of Spriggans. And then the let's see, during your opponent's main or battle, banish this card until the end phase. Then if you banish this card with 2 or more XZ materials, the fusion part does not count, but it gets tossed 1 out anyway. So do not count that last effect because it's XZ event. Spriggans Ship Explorer. You can choose one of your opponent's monster zone or spell trap zones, detach any number, and you can destroy the same number of cards your opponent controls in that chosen zone and its adjacent monster or spell trap zones. So basically, try to spread out the cards and not covering up the whole field. And then during your opponent's main or battle phase, banish this until the end phase. So the XZs have the ability to dodge during your opponent's main or battle, which is super nice. As for the traps, Spriggans Interluder, continuous trap. When your opponent activates a card or effect, return 1 Spriggans XZ you control to the extra deck, then apply those. Negate that activated effect, otherwise special 1 level 8 monster from your graveyard. If a face-up XZ you control leaves the field by a card effect, make all monsters your opponent currently controls lose 1,000 attack even if it leaves. Spriggan's Blast, normal trap. If you control a Spriggan's monster, choose one monster zone, opponent's main monster zone. If a monster is face up in that zone during this turn, it can't do no direct attacks and its effects negated. If no monster is in that zone, it cannot be used this turn. And then do not count the Fallen to All Bats thing because it's XZ event, but we're still gonna get this read. If you control a feature monster that lists all bats, choose two instead. So it's basically only one. Spriggan's Call. Target one Spriggan's monster or Fallen to All Bats from your graveyard, special it. And then during the main phase, except the turn it was sent to the graveyard, Breakthrough Skill Clause. Banish this in one fusion, do not count that because it's XZ event. Target one Spriggan's XZ monster you control. Attach one fusion monster that lists Fallen to All Bats from extra deck as material, so +1. As for the Spriggan spells, Spriggan's Watch, add one Great Sand Sea Golgonda from deck to hand, and then if Great Sand Sea Golgonda is in your field zone, you can apply this effect instead. Added Spriggan's from deck to hand, and if you do, send one Spriggan's monster from deck to graveyard. And then the power source of the deck, Great Sand Sea Golgonda. All Spriggan's XZ gain 1,000 attack, super nice. Hard once, each effect, all from the Golgonda. If you control no Spriggan's XZ, discard one Spriggan's card, special one Spriggan's XZ straight from your extra. Face of XZ leaves the field because of a card effect outside of the damage step. Target one card your opponent controls. It cannot attack for the rest of the turn, even if it leaves. Spriggan's Booty. If a face of XZ you control leaves the field just because of a card effect, target one effect monster your opponent controls. No one can activate that effect monster's effects on the field this turn. You can send this face-up card to the graveyard. Activate one Great Sand Sea Golgonda straight from your deck or graveyard. And that is literally every single Spriggan's card covered. Let's get to it. Spriggan's Watch, just to get the Golgonda. Golgonda activates. Golgonda, ditch Rocky for Merrymaker. Merrymaker sending brothers to the grave, and then brothers. Revive Rocky. Rocky getting brothers from grave to hand. Merrymaker into Drill Driver. Normal summon the brothers to Spriggan's for Dreadnought, and what on earth is this? What on earth? Like, this hand, I had the perfect hand, and now you got the nerve to card destruction? Are you kidding me? Dog, what is this hand? Like, I was about to go off on my turn. Wow, no way, dude. With this new hand now? Oh, that's way past deserve. He's definitely gonna get evenly matched 100%. That's way past well deserved. Evenly matched. Keeping number 27, normal Stella, another Stella special. The two Stellas for Michaelis. Grab the packs, and based off from the graveyard now, thanks to card destruction, not specially Martha off from packs. Michaela, banish number 27. Martha, get herself an Ellis. End phase DD Crow, Banish Merrymaker, Martha, or Michaelis, Banish Rocky, and call by on the brothers. Michaelis grabs the packs. Get Irene, aka Elaine, to special. Ellis, Elaine for Jabrine. Detach for the 800 boost, and this is lethal at 8,800. And this next matchup, based on this hand, I don't know, man. Astrotopia normal ditches the Ash, fires the Impermanence. Ooh, cross out Designator calling Impermanence. That has to hurt. Gets the Xyz Construction. Activate Xyz Construction, reveal the Ash, getting the Arm Sage, specials it, Utopia double, Sage, and a double or nothing, Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray. Gets the Lightning Blade. Lightning Blade is gonna hook it up just so that no Xyz weapon can't be killed by card effects. Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray. Pegasus Twin Saber. Twin Saber makes it so that the first monster negate. And then Lightning Blade. So no Xyz weapon cards and first monster negate. Dope. Evenly matched. Keeps the Ultimate Leo. Normal Sophia and... Are you actually kidding me? They allowed Flying C in the Xyz event? What on earth is this? Oh my gosh. Why didn't I think of Flying C in the main deck list? That is so stupid. Anyways, Flying C is the death sentence of Xyz formats. Flying C simply states, when your opponent normal or special summons a monster or monsters more than one outside of the damage step, special summon this card from your hand to the opponent's side of the field in defense position, and he/she who possesses the Flying C cannot perform Xyz summons. Lucky for us, Forbidden Chalice the Flying C shut off the effects, Ellis the special, Sophia draw card, and then the Utopia players scooped. Not gonna lie, that Flying C kept me in check, but at the same time, Forbidden Chalice is a thing to turn off my own cards. If I really choose to do so, which I did. And this next matchup, based on his hand, I don't know, man. Normal Stella, Ellis, special herself, gain to 8. Stella, special Martha, gain to 8. Stella and Ellis for Michaelis, getting the Returnia, and 2 set. Whoa! Specials Pancratops, Tribute, target and kill Michaelis, Rescue Rabbit, banish that Rescue Rabbit please, and opponent scoop. So what deck involving Rescue Rabbit is in? Sous ships. That makes sense. And last but not least in this matchup, based on his hand, I'd say weird. Beautiful Princess summon. When this card is normal or special, banish this card. Special 1, level 4 or lower. Fish from your deck that isn't Beautiful Princess. Hard ones. Banish for Buzzsaw. Buzzsaw attempt. Fires off infinite impermanence. And 1 set. Evenly matched, keeping the set card. Carpe Divum, normal Stella, and 1 set. Normal Buzzsaw, special Silent Angler, Returnia banish the Buzzsaw, Carpe Divum, killing Xyz Reborn, while Silent Angler taking out the Stella. Top decks Martha, grab the Ellis, Martha and Ellis for Michaelis, calling on Ash just in case, grabs the packs, activates it, grabbing Sophia, and specials her, draw 1, Michaelis banish Silent Angler. Michaelis for 25. No attack from Sophia because she's the dinkiest of all sisters. Normal the Lantern Shark. Attack over Sophia. Returnia banish the Lantern Shark. Michaelis, search for Pax. Pax, search for Elaine. Special summon. Sophia, draw 1. Elaine exists. Extra Angel Life. Sophia Elaine for Jabri. And if you're wondering why the call on Swift Scarecrow, it is because just in case, you never know when your opponent has a response upon declaring direct attacks. Same goes for a Battle Fader. Jabri, extra Angel Boost. So guys, that's gonna do it for part 1 of Exosisters in the XZ event. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you're not tuned in as of late, hit that notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. And we'll catch you guys next time.